I'm going to call Nick in a second. I'm going to call Duncan really fast.
It's like a microphone on crack.
Why are you calling Duncan?
Because I want to tell him something.
Oh.
Or I'll keep this.
Oh, yeah.
Hello?
Hey, Duncan. How's it going? This is BW and the Ran Man and Nick Thorburn from Islands. We're all here on the Bone Zone podcast.
Hey, Duncan, how you been? How's it going?
Really great, man. Did you go to Korean barbecue with me?
Me?
Yes, I did.
Who is this?
Nick. This is Nick speaking.
Nick Thorburn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nick, sorry you're on the shitty podcast circuit. You shouldn't let people suck you into these kinds of internet Ponzi schemes. These two fools will ruin you. I guarantee. Do you have a way to check your album sales? Because I can promise you that they're dropping right now. This will be today. You'll notice like a lower album sales, and then over the course of the next week, it'll diminish into no sales.
So, like, people will start returning albums?
That's the end. That's what's called the Bone Zone effect.
Well, you know what? Actually, I'll fuck you, Duncan, because, hey, everybody, just email us at bonezonepodcast@gmail.com, and I'll tell you how to get all Nick's albums for free from torrent sites. So there you go.
There you go. How does that feel? It's like being invited to do a podcast with a coyote that instead of a tail has a stinger. You think Brendon Walsh is a good person?
Like a scorpion
That's just
coyote?
one of his forms. What?
Are you saying I'm like a scorpion coyote?
Yeah, you're like a scorpion coyote. You lure people into that shit den. No doubt you've given them one of your crappy Long Island iced teas with your low-grade liquor.
They haven't offered me
Trust
anything
me,
to drink.
by the way, what's that?
They haven't offered me anything to drink, actually.
That's Randy's department, and he dropped the ball on that.
Oh, I did make some homemade seltzer, lemon lime seltzer water. I can get you some if you want some of that. It's homemade.
Yeah, I'd love some.
Okay,
Thanks.
I'll get you some in a second. I just want.
Is that the first for you? So wait, you have your guests on the show and you don't even offer them anything to drink?
Oh, he was really anxious to get started.
No, I wasn't.
He sat down. He was like, "Oh, this is where it all happens. I've dreamt about this," and then we started.
I've never heard this show, and I'm deeply regretting my decision.
He started asking us a bunch of questions about different episodes, and me and Randy were like, "Yeah, I don't know. They all kind of blend together, but well, yeah, we'll sign whatever."
I didn't ask them.
I was
any
like, "Oh, that
questions.
was
This is
so
terrible."
memorable."
Yeah, that happened to me too. And then Walsh, also known as the moron of Hollywood, will tweet me and try to bully me into being back on the show. But I would rather be in a bouncy house filled with used diapers than be on the Bone.
Of course you would, because you're a shit person.
Yeah,
You're a shitty person.
What?
You want to be surrounded by shitty diapers. That makes sense.
You eat child poop. That's just joking around. How you
Randy
been, Duncan?
sucks baby shit out of newborns' asses right after they're born. That's what Duncan used to do as a job. He used to work at a hospital, and when babies were born, they would...
Yeah, you have to get it out, otherwise they get sick, and it's really
Yeah.
black and kind of tar-like, the very first poop.
And then now Duncan's main hobby is having using
great.
child slave labor.
Wait, hold on. Don't just brush over the disinformation you guys just said. Did I work in hospitals testing infant excrement with my mouth to make sure that the infants weren't sick in hospitals hospitals in inner cities? Yes, I did do that. Because guess what? A lot of those hospitals don't have the state-of-the-art equipment that you need to test to make sure a baby's healthy. And the number one way to see if your baby's healthy is to taste.
Is to get some drug-addled failed comedian to wrap his lips around your baby's asshole.
He's right. They call that a fecal.
Okay, well
they
now,
call that
now
a
you
fecal
sound
transplant.
like the sons of bitches who fired me from the hospital. So you can fuck yourself. I was there for a reason. I wanted to help. I was trying to make sure these babies were healthy. And, if Western medicine doesn't want to acknowledge that the taste buds are the number one way to determine if a person's healthy by putting their night soil, which is the polite way to say excrement, in your mouth.
Night
then
soil?
Fuck it.
What is duty like
Night soil.
the poop that a baby makes? So the baby's never even eaten real food. It's just getting nutrients from inside its mom's belly, and then it makes poop out of it. What does that end up being like? What does it taste like?
First of all, thank you for being the first person on this ridiculous non-medical. I hate talking about medical stuff with people who aren't medical. But
Oh, I'm medical.
What?
I said, oh, I'm medical. I get ya.
Randy's medical. Randy
No,
Randy
he's
wears
not.
prescription
I'm
underwear.
I'm medical. And I'll tell you this. Let me tell you this. The what you said is exactly right. A baby is essentially a tube. Where I come from, we call them angel tubes. And the night soil that comes out of a baby, if the baby is healthy, will taste like cinnamon. If the baby is unhealthy, it'll have a spicy paprika flavor.
A little bit spicier.
And that's how you tell if a baby's healthy. There's no germs in a baby. This is the kind of shit that the abortionists say. This is why people like to poke their nightsticks into pregnant ladies' pussies and smash in that sweet cot's head. Because they think that it's poop that's contaminated.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Hello?
Hey, Duncan, what's up? This is Randy. How you been?
Great, man. Look, I got to go. Good luck to you guys. I hope you get a few extra...
Before you go, can you
listeners,
can we actually, Randy, he ordered a discounted Duncan Trussell Family Hour sticker package.
Oh, here we go. By the way,
and
I've seen
he
your
never
Bone
got
Zone
it.
Shirt.
He never got it.
I've seen your shit Bone Zone merchandise.
Yeah, high quality, all 100%
like
made in the
made
USA.
by prisoners.
Made in the
What?
USA by people. We make sure that all of our workers are paid double the minimum wage. Everything's made
That's
right
a
here in
lie.
the US of A, and everything's
a lie.
shipped out immediately and at
That's
a
a
reasonable
lie.
cost. So how's
So that
your overpriced
Yeah.
irregular slave labor T-shirts that what do you use for thread again? Is it just like
see, this is where you're making one of the biggest mistakes of your career.
alerting
I'll
everybody
tell you what.
to your ripoff factory?
No.
Here's a word
My
to everybody.
shirts-
If you order the Duncan Trussell
shirts are
sticker
made.
pack,
My shirts are made. What's that?
if you order the Duncan Trussell sticker pack, don't hold your breath for it to be delivered because it won't be. They don't exist. It's just something you put on his site to bilk his poor learning disabled listeners out of an extra $5 to line his pockets with, so he can go buy
Hey,
cheap fucking drugs at a rave
you
full
sound
of
like
teenagers.
a fucking idiot right now. Do you understand how much time I put into the distribution mechanism of the Duncan Trussell Family Hour? I'm not like you. I don't sit in my
Let me guess. You set up
studio
a
apartment wearing a fucking G-string and rubbing my balls on every T-shirt that I send to my 15 fans, 9 of which consist of my close family.
Wait, how does he know
Give
you're
me a
wearing that?
fucking break.
He doesn't know shit. This
You
is
know one of
Duncan
the funny
Trussell's.
things about
This is
you,
this is
Brendon?
how you set
One
up
of the
your
funny things
merchandise.
about-
You just open a PayPal
What-
account,
what-
took some pictures, and put it up on your site, and then you just watch the money roll in, and you don't
Yeah.
deliver any of these false products that you have advertised on your site.
One of the funny things about Brendon Walsh, for all 4 people who listen to this podcast, one of the funny things about Brendon Walsh is he is a notorious coke addict. And there's a lot of funny stories in the comedy community about how he goes out on the road and ends up giving hand jobs to some of his audience members who've been doing cocaine in the hopes that their semen will get him high.
That's
Now, he's not gonna say this
you're
on the-
stretching
say
the
that-
truth. That's a total exaggeration. I am in show business. I like to party. I don't have any addictions. I'll go to Hollywood parties, and sometimes a little, sometimes people
How do you
party.
get high on? How do you, when you go on the road, tell me how you get cocaine? Because the last time I heard you running on at the mouth about how you save money on cocaine is you compared a man on cocaine's penis to the udder of a rocket cow.
Well, this is Duncan's high on something now.
Hey,
'cause
Duncan.
he's just not even
Or what
making
did you
sense.
say? Yes.
Hey, Duncan, this is Randy. Hey, what Korean barbecue restaurant did you and Nick eat at?
Super Jeep, I think.
Was it good? What'd you get?
It was good.
I was
Look, I'm
there
not going
too.
to be led into one of your idiotic traps.
That's not a
They-
trap. I'm
where
just
you
curious.
start
Did you get
thinking
like?
you
Did you
got
get
some
beef
kind of
or
clever,
pork?
luring.
Did
What?
you get beef or pork, or did you get like mushrooms, or what'd you get?
Look, I don't have the. I'm sorry, but I don't have the Korean barbecue menu in front of me in the hopes that.
And
one
he
of the
definitely
worst
doesn't have a
podcasts on
receipt
earth,
because he left without
calls my
paying that
phone
night.
without my permission to record my call in the state of California, which is completely illegal. I don't keep a Korean barbecue menu nearby so I can entertain YouTube dope.
I'm just
So
like,
I'm
you
sorry,
know,
maybe next.
from one foodie to another. I'm just curious. Me and you, big foodies. And just curious how your experience was.
See,
Maybe I could
there
recommend
you go.
another
So now
place.
I'm a foodie.
Yeah, you're a total foodie. I've seen you on the foodie sites.
He's a walkout on his checky too.
Yeah.
Remember how you left without
Oh,
paying
yeah.
that night, Duncan? You and that whatever escort you hired for the evening, you probably ripped her off too.
Here's the difference between my insults and your insults. My insults are true. You guys just have a bowl of insults from the book, insults for babies to use.
Oh,
And
what
you just pull out these.
are you?
What?
Are you reading that
Pull
out
out
of your
another
Timothy
insult.
Leary's
Pull out
guide
another
to
insult from your
acid use?
Dumb bowl. What?
Are you reading? Are you quoting from that book, Timothy Leary's Guide to How to Be an Acid Head? You fucking filthy hippie.
All right.
Hey, by the way, man, remember when your mom came over to our Thanksgiving party and she had that horrible yeast infection and everyone was complaining because they thought somebody had dropped bread in the toilet when she came out of the bathroom?
That's not true. That's not true. My
Yes,
mom
it
went into
is.
the bathroom. She was eating a dinner roll and she dropped it in the toilet. It was an accident.
No, because she left her yeast medication on the sink.
No.
Remember? And she had to come back. She
As
had
a
to
tube of
drive all
Vegemite.
the way back with you, drunk and blabbering, and you had to come in and get your mom's vaginal yeast cream. Remember that?
No.
Well,
That was
look, I
probably
gotta
one of
go.
your
You guys have a great
peyote
podcast.
hallucinations.
We're gonna
I'm
have to let you
sorry
go,
again.
Duncan.
Please listen. Please listen to Islands. It's a great band, and I'll put a link on my website because I'm sure these assholes won't do anything to help their guests. Bye now.
Hey, wait, Duncan. We only got one time for one more question. Go ahead. Let us know. One more question. You ready? Oh, that was
Hung
rude.
up.
Just total hung up.
That's rude. Sorry about that, Nick.
Yeah, I thought that was gonna be. I mean, it was light and fun, but I
He
thought it was
seemed
gonna
like
be.
a nice guy.
I thought it was gonna be a little more fun, but, what can you do?
It's just one of those days, you know? It's just one of those lazy summer days.
Mm.